All right, let's dive into this.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're looking at Forest Ridge,
Forest Ridge, Davie, Florida.
Davie, Florida,
Yeah,
and this is a neighborhood that people are talking about.
it is.
And we want to kind of go beyond what you see in like, the brochures and stuff.
Yeah, the pretty pictures.
Yeah, and really get into like what it's like to live there.
Right.
And we've got some great information from
A local expert,
Antonio Ortega, LLC.
Antonio Ortega, LLC.
Yeah, and he's a real estate expert, and
Yep.
he's going to give us
The inside scoop.
the inside scoop on this place.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I thought was really interesting
Oh, yeah.
was just the balance that it seems to have.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
yeah.
you've got this quiet kind of like tree-lined street feeling,
Hmm.
but you're also super close to everything.
Yeah, you're right there in the heart of Broward County.
Wow.
You've got beaches, shopping, Fort Lauderdale.
It's all right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
So it's kind of like you get the best of both worlds,
You really do. Yeah.
But I'm curious, like, I know a lot of the material focused on like how family friendly it is.
Right.
Talking about like the well-kept homes and community events, even like HOA fees being low.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is that really true, or is that just like marketing speak?
Well, it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
For starters,
Yeah.
they have A-rated schools,
Oh, wow.
which is a huge deal in Florida. We're
Yeah.
talking Davie Elementary, Western High.
Yeah.
These schools are known for strong academics
Mm-hmm.
and extracurriculars. And it's not just like, oh, they're good schools.
Yeah.
It's that they prepare kids for the future.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's definitely a big selling point for families.
absolutely.
But what about these HOA fees?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know they're low, which is great.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. But what do they actually cover?
Well, this is where Antonio's insights are really valuable. He
Good.
breaks it all down.
Yeah.
It includes landscaping, community pool upkeep, even 2047 security in some sections.
Oh, wow.
He points out how all of this keeps property values high
Right.
and the neighborhood looking great.
So it's an investment, not just a cost.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about real estate for a minute.
Okay, sure.
The article mentioned everything from like starter homes to these big estates.
Yeah,
Is there really that much variety in Forest Ridge?
absolutely. And it's not just about size.
Okay.
Antonio, having raised his family there, knows the nuances.
Yeah.
He highlights things like spacious lots,
Mm-hmm.
popular split-bedroom designs,
Oh, okay.
and even hurricane protection, which is huge for Floridians.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't know.
Especially in Florida, you got to think about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, peace of mind.
Yeah.
It's clear he understands what buyers are looking for.
Yeah, he seems to really know his stuff.
He does.
Now, one thing that I was really interested in was Pine Island Ridge. This nature preserve seems to be a big draw.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Imagine miles of hiking trails,
Mm-hmm.
equestrian paths,
Wow.
stunning scenery right in your backyard.
It sounds amazing.
It's a nature lover's paradise.
Yeah.
And it just adds to the tranquility of the whole area.
All right, let's pause for a second.
Okay.
We're starting to get a picture of this, like well-rounded community,
Mm-hmm.
good schools, different types of homes,
Yep.
access to nature.
It's all there,
But what about the feeling?
right?
Like, what's the vibe?
Yeah, the intangible stuff.
Yeah.
What's it actually like to live there?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's where Antonio's personal touch comes in. He talks about how even after all these years, he still rides his bike through those trails like every week.
Wow.
And he feels this sense of belonging. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not just a place to live.
Right.
It's a community where people actually connect.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear,
It is.
especially from somebody who knows the area so well. Because it's one thing to have all these amenities and stuff,
Yeah,
but it's the people that really make it feel like home.
absolutely. It's that human element.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So speaking of community,
Mm-hmm.
the article mentioned a couple of different sections within Forest Ridge.
Yeah, there are a few distinct areas.
Yeah. And let's start with Old Orchard.
Okay.
That's
It's a prestigious name.
Yeah.
In the area.
yeah, they mentioned like bigger, more luxurious homes there.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes it different from just buying a big house anywhere else?
Well, Antonio points out a few things.
Okay.
The landscaping is meticulous.
Mm-hmm.
There are quiet cul-de-sacs,
Okay.
and a lot of the homes have their own private tennis courts or pools.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lifestyle
Yeah.
that values grandeur and exclusivity.
So it's not just about the size.
No, it's a whole different feel.
It's about a certain level of,
Refinement.
refinement.
He even mentioned that a lot of these homes have full hurricane protection too. Yeah, which is a major selling point
I bet,
for peace of mind.
especially in Florida.
Yeah.
But what about families that maybe aren't looking for that kind of high-end lifestyle?
Right.
The article also mentioned a section called Oak Grove,
Yeah.
which seems a bit more,
Down to earth.
yeah, down to earth.
Oak Grove is all about classic family living,
Yeah.
wide streets,
Mm-hmm.
perfect for bike riding,
Yeah.
big yards for kids to play,
Right.
and just a more relaxed atmosphere.
It sounds really nice.
Antonio described it as the kind of place where neighbors still have cookouts and kids play in the streets together.
That sounds so idyllic.
It does.
But wouldn't that be further away from like Pine Island Ridge and all the trails?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the great things about Forest Ridge.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in the community,
Mm-hmm.
you're never too far from those natural escapes.
So they really made that a priority.
Yeah. They did. Antonio said that the developers really prioritized preserving that connection to nature throughout the whole neighborhood.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So whether you're looking for like the prestige of Old Orchard
Right.
or that more like warm kind of community feel of Oak Grove,
Mm.
you still get to enjoy that Forest Ridge signature,
Yeah.
that blend of like modern living in nature.
Exactly. It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. And that's what makes Antonio such a valuable resource.
Mm.
He understands all these different nuances.
He does.
He knows which section might be the best fit
Yeah.
for different families.
It's about finding the right home.
Right. Not just any home.
Exactly.
Okay. We've covered a lot here.
Yes, I have.
We talked about schools,
Mm.
amenities, the vibe of the community.
Yeah.
But I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier
Okay.
about Antonio's special offer for our listeners.
Oh, yes. His commitment to making Forest Ridge accessible.
Yeah.
He's offering 10% of his professional fee towards closing costs for anyone who wants to buy in the community.
It's huge,
It's a significant saving.
especially in this market.
Yeah. It really shows how much he believes in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, I'm so confident you're going to love it
Mm-hmm.
that I'm willing to invest in you being here.
Exactly.
So for those listening who are maybe thinking, is Forest Ridge right for me?
Yeah.
Well, Antonio's expertise is just a click away.
Absolutely.
You can find him at AntonioOrtigalLLC.com.
That's right.
Explore properties,
Mm-hmm.
read testimonials.
See how he can help you navigate the market.
It sounds like he's more than just a real estate agent. He's really like a guide.
A partner.
Yeah, a partner in finding that perfect home.
Exactly.
But before you head over to his website,
Okay.
we've got one more piece of the puzzle to explore,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Pine Island Ridge.
Pine Island Ridge, yes.
This isn't just some park.
No.
It's a big part of what makes Forest Ridge special.
It really is.
So we talked about the schools and the homes
Mm-hmm.
and that great community feel.
Yeah.
But Pine Island Ridge,
Yes.
this seems like the heart
It
in
is
a Forest Ridge.
the heart and soul.
Yeah.
It's amazing how this nature preserve
Mhm.
is really a part of daily life there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Antonio was describing like families having picnics by the lake, kids exploring the trails,
Mhm.
even horseback riding through the forests.
Wow.
It's not just something to look at, it's
Right.
a place to be.
Yeah, you're really immersed in it.
Yeah, a place to connect with nature.
I love that.
It is pretty special.
Yeah, imagine like instead of traffic jams,
I know,
you're
right?
starting your day with a hike.
Yeah, or a nature walk
Yeah.
instead of going to the mall.
Yeah, it's a totally different way of life.
It is refreshing.
Yeah, and it's not just about recreation either.
Right.
Antonio talked about how important Pine Island Ridge is for the environment.
Yeah, for the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it's a haven for wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
It helps filter the water.
Yeah, it's a reminder that progress and nature
Yeah.
can coexist.
That's a good point.
You don't have to sacrifice one for the other.
And it goes back to that theme of balance
Exactly.
that we've been talking about.
Forest Ridge really offers that
Mm-hmm.
that blend of convenience and connection to nature.
It's about having it all,
It really is.
but not sacrificing what matters.
Exactly. And that's why Antonio's expertise
Yeah.
is so valuable.
He gets it.
He understands
Yeah.
that it's not just about selling houses.
Right.
It's about helping families find the right place
Yeah, a home that's good for you.
for your mind, body, and soul.
I like that.
Yeah.
So if you're intrigued by what you've heard today
Mm-hmm.
and you think Forest Ridge might be for you,
Yeah.
definitely reach out to Antonio Ortega, LLC.
He's the best guide you could ask for.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff.
He does.
And don't forget,
Oh, yeah.
you can find everything
All the information you need.
at AntonioOrtigalLLC.com,
Yeah. His website has it all.
including that amazing offer.
10% towards closing costs.
It's incredible.
Yeah, he's ready to answer any questions you have
Okay, great.
and help you figure out
Mm-hmm.
if Forest Ridge is right for you.
I think we've only scratched the surface.
We have. There's so much more to explore.
But hopefully this has given you a taste
Mm-hmm.
of what life in Forest Ridge could be like.
A little glimpse into that world.
So go check it out.
Yeah, explore, connect with Antonio.
Yeah, and see for yourself.
See if it feels like home.
It might just be the best decision you ever make.
It could be.
All right, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Forest Ridge.
It was a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.